Greetings all, this is Max. I haven't done a video on this stuff, so I figured I'd throw it out there. I mean, even the most most mind-controlled person out there knows that this stuff is stupid and silly. Mother of a 5-year-old transgender girl. Is it a girl? No. It's a boy. Transgender doesn't exist anywhere. You roll with what you're equipped with. Fights Texas school district over bathroom access. So is the school district standing there with the security guard over the boys' bathroom to say you can't use the bathroom? Or what's going on? This child has not even started school, and they're 5 years old. And because the kid's a little effeminate for whatever reason, mommy wants to put the kid in the girls' bathroom because it's protecting them. Oh, we don't want to make them feel like they're out of place. You are out of place. You know, I'm not incredibly old, middle-aged, but, you know, back in high school, there was people that swung both ways, and they used the bathroom that they were supposed to go to, and nobody had a problem with it. It's only now. It's only now with this Kardashian thing, and that, perverted dude who dresses like a woman. This lady is nuts. So I'm just going to use a little quick common sense here about what's going on. This is fairly recent. But who actually believes that a 5-year-old knows anything? They can tell there's some kind of difference between girls and boys, but they don't even know that their equipment is different. No, it's the mom that wants to do this.
I thought in my head about how, you know, if you punished them or if you made them more manly or if you didn't allow this, I tried them all.
For 2 years, Kimberly Shappley fought for stay her son.
I did a lot of damage to this child trying to force her into this box of being less feminine, less flamboyant.
But now,
it's a 5-year-old. It's a 5-year-old we're talking about. Hasn't even started kindergarten and interacted with other children yet.
I'm a mom of a little girl that I would like to see.
You're a nutcase, lady. You're a nutcase. And you're a single parent, right? We couldn't guess that, right? No man in the house? Uh-huh.
she's fighting for her now 5-year-old transgender daughter, Kai, to be treated like a girl.
I am choosing now to take this stand for my kid in elementary school so that we're not still fighting this battle in junior high and high school and college.
Shappley going before the Pearland School Board tonight. Her daughter, Kai, is set to start kindergarten in a few weeks.
We're focusing on, practicing our reading and getting more proficient.
Despite the Justice Department.
Okay, so you said that, we don't want to be fighting this battle in junior high and senior high, and it's like, well, your kid's going to get the snot beat out of them. And then you obviously have no problem having a professional photographer take a snapshot picture of your kid so everybody knows who it is. That's the little boy that wants to dress like a girl. And let me tell you, kids aren't liberal. And the reason that little boys don't cry is because you're going to get the snot kicked out of you just so people can make you cry. Because little boys, little kids, pretty much evil for the most part. There are good kids out there, sure. But that's how it goes, man. You round up all these little monsters who are growing up with all their hormones going, especially into like junior high. I don't know one person who enjoyed junior high. You think you're going to go sit there and cry in the hallway because someone hurt your feelings? And you got a penis and you don't think you're going to get beat up? Yeah, this is really helping. I want to fight to make sure my little boy gets to use the girls' restroom for no reason at all. Can't the kid just go in the boys' restroom? Can't the kid just wear a pair of pants instead of a dress? Oh, wait. No, he doesn't have that choice yet. Mommy's the one who dresses him. He's 5 years old. Do you think the kid puts on his own clothes yet? No. Be lucky to tie his shoes.
Department's directive to all school districts that they cannot treat transgender students differently. The Pearland School District says no to allowing little Kai to use the girls' restroom. Today, school leaders met with Shappley and said,
Now, this is the way this liberalism garbage works. I'm assuming this woman here is probably like a lesbian or something. And she's trying to fight the fight through her kid. Because nobody's denying anybody any rights here. Kid can use the bathroom. Nobody's denying anything. And like I said before, you gay dude, gay woman, you're going to go to the appropriate restroom. That's just how it is. No one's denying the right to use a bathroom. No one's doing anything like that.
Kai would be able to use the nurse's bathroom. But for Mom, this is not a compromise. She feels it will do her daughter more harm than good.
A 41% suicide rate for transgender children who are not supported by their family from their...
Right, because unfortunately a lot of people that go to that lifestyle and think that, I mean, this kid's 5 years old. They don't know nothing. But most of the people that go that, they've had sexual abuse and things like that in their past. And that's just a fact. The men that swing that way, they live to be like 38 on average because of all the STDs and all the stuff they get. I don't know about the women, but I've looked it up and I have it in one of my other studies. Atheism, percentage of atheism correlates to the percentage of gay people, I think, or sodomites. I don't remember what the title is, but I pulled up all the studies and looked at all that stuff as to why it's wrong. And that's the scientific data. Now, this person also says, well, I'm a good Christian person and all this other stuff too. And that's in a little bit different article. I'm going to pull up, probably not that. Playing a little Rust earlier. Let's see. What does the Bible say about this kind of stuff? Now, I realize we are dealing with a 5-year-old. But I think there's a lot more to it than that. I think this lady probably swings that way. There's no man involved. But we'll just see what the Bible says. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor sodomite of the sons of Israel. There were also sodomites in the land. They did according to all the abomination of the nations. Took away the sodomites out of the land. Remnant of the sodomites which remained in the days of the father Asa. I don't know how to pronounce that. He took them out of the land. Broke down the houses of the sodomites. Okay? And for everyone getting on me for dispensationalism, sodomy, the sodomite term, comes from the Old Testament. Okay? I do understand that. So, let's look at the New Testament. And I'm only going to look at one verse here. This is from Paul, Apostle to the Gentiles. Romans 1:24 through 28. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanliness through the lusts of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator. There's your atheism right there. Yep. Who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause God gave them up to vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Which is where we get our science from. And likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind, to do those things which are not convenient. Yeah, now, this verse right here is exactly what we're talking about, okay? And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. Now, what's more convenient? If you have a little boy and you put pants on him and give him a baseball bat and tell him to go whack some trees or do something like little boys do, or we can put a little dress on them and fight the school board for the next 10 years, and your child is emotionally scarred because everybody's going to be picking on them. What is more convenient? See, the Bible knows exactly what's going on. It was written almost 2,000 years ago, this verse, by Paul. You know exactly this is what's going to happen. It's a godly book. Let me see, did I lose my spot? Here we go. Well, listen, there's only like 30 seconds left. And then I'm going to get into a little bit different article, and then we'll call it.
Community from their peers. But when you take a transgender child and you put them in a setting where they are supported, the studies show that they have no higher risk of suicide than their peers.
We sometimes think that tolerance is about one side giving up their understanding or their right or their position to agree with another.
Rick Torreson praised the school board for standing by its decision. He says it's all about safety.
It's not just about Kai, it's about Sarah, who is born a female, believes she's a female, and her safety.
Born a female?
In a situation where a man walks into that bathroom and says, I identify as a woman. What do you do with Sarah? Who looks out for Sarah?
What?
It's holiday time, and no fruit is as versatile as our ocean spray.
Yeah. These are the people that are basically funding this whole thing. I think they probably came to this lady, or she was already affiliated with them. And this is the place, Equality, Texas. Equality Texas, fighting on the front lines with parents from across the state of Texas to protect all Texas children, especially their own kids. Protect them from what? Protect them from what? Are you we have to hire armed guards to follow these people around now? Because they're going to get beat up. They are. Apparently these liberals don't know what it's like to be in school. And I'd also like to add that when I was in school, if I could just go into, after gym class or something like that, say like we're 7th or 8th grade gym class, we got swimming and all that stuff. We all got to take showers after class. I'm going to go into the women's locker room and take a shower over there. Because, I'm more comfortable over there. Right? What's wrong with that? Oh, I'm infringing on everybody else's ideas about stuff. Oh, well, I'm sorry if I'm infringing on your privacy, but I'm just more comfortable. I'm more comfortable over here. Now, running on that same form of logic, if you're a person who swings that way, right? If you're a dude who thinks you're a chick, or a chick that thinks you're a dude, wouldn't you not want to say anything about it and hang out in that area, right? If you're a sodomite dude, wouldn't you want to take showers with the dudes? Right? It's all a farce. It's all complete illogical nonsense, which is 100% of Satan and 100% liberal. We have to look out for everybody. Oh yeah, well, who's looking out for me? So, this is from May 31, but I think the story that I played was August something, so it's not that far out of date, but Equality Texas, the largest statewide organization solely dedicated to securing full equality for I don't know what this means. Whatever. Texans join forces with Texas parents speaking out to protect their children's safety. Does anybody who ever went to junior high school believe that these parents are protecting their children's safety? How is their safety being harmed by using the bathroom with the appropriate gender? Regardless of if you have tendencies and you're attracted to the same gender. All you're doing is painting a bullseye on them. Let's see. It goes on about how all people are pretty much evil here. We're going to skip a little bit. Meet Kimberly Shappley. And yeah, I looked her up. There ain't no dude around. She is a Houston area mom and the mother of a transgender child who was born a boy named Joseph Paul. I'm really surprised that they actually put it in there, that they were born a boy, because in the news article, it said they were born a girl, who identifies as her daughter Kai. Who renamed the kid? Because a 5-year-old can't exactly go down there and file paperwork and have a name change. Who was the one who changed their name? The psychopath mom. The little Jezebel. Probably a lesbian. That's the only way that stuff like this can happen. My earliest memories, I noticed the nature of my temperament at child is more similar to my daughter than to my son's. Where's the dude around? You've got daughters and sons. There's no dude around. What's going on? Around age 2, a family member asked me if my child was gay because of her flamboyant feminine mannerisms. Let me tell you, 2-year-olds are little drunk people. You can't tell what the heck they're doing. I don't care if it's a girl or a boy. You know what they called girls who went out and played baseball with the little boys? They call them tomboys. They grew out of it. Once they decided that, boy, old Bobby is looking pretty good over there. What is Bobby like? Oh, Bobby wants a dress. Maybe do my hair. Yeah, then they grow out of it. You don't think it's the same way for little boys? Well, I really want to play with my Tonka trucks, but boy, Carolyn over there, I don't know. Huh. But this nutcase, psychopath, wants to wreck this child's life forever by making a stand for what bathroom you could use. And she's saying her child went into depression. Okay. Let me guess, you took your child with you to your psychiatrist because you're a nutcase, and the psychiatrist said a few things, and you're like, oh, well, you're the expert. It is very difficult to witness depression in a formerly joyful toddler. Haircuts became a horror movie of screams of stop, please don't. Maybe she gave crappy haircuts. I didn't want my mom cutting my hair either. Okay. This child would never get a single toy that she wanted, nor the birthday party theme she asked for. Okay. Little boy wants to play with Barbies. I don't think he knows the difference. He's 5 years old. My sweet child began praying for Joseph to go to heaven and live with Jesus. Who's Joseph? Oh, Joseph's the boy's name, right? He's praying to Jesus to kill himself at 5 years old. I think Kai was begging the Lord to let her die. I think you're lying your butt off, lady. I think you're lying your butt off. Has anyone ever heard a child seriously say something like that? No. Moments like these helped me to realize transition was necessary. We are private people, lifelong Republicans. We are Christian. Right. So, that's pretty much my opinions on this stuff. I don't have a whole lot more. Down here, I mean, you can see where you go to equalitytexas.org. I'm sure it's going to be one of the first things up there. Excuse me. You'll notice, though, that as it goes down here, we've got Kimberly Shappley from Pearland, Ann Elder of Friendswood, and Amber Briggle of Denton are moms of transgender. Where's the guys? Why doesn't it say Mrs. Shappley, Mrs. Elder, Mrs. Briggle? I'd almost would, the conclusion in my head from it would be like, well, they all must be doing gay sex together. And they want to mess up their kids. I don't know what else to think of it. And then we got this dude, Bob Meyer is the father of a transgender son. None of these people have anything to do with each other, though. They're not families. They got kids from different people, and they either never got married or they divorced them or something. Then they wonder why their kids are messed up. And they don't act like men when there's no men around. Huh? And he's the father of a transgender son. Now, I'd be curious, is this really a boy, or does he have a little girl with no mom around? See, you don't know, because they kind of lie to you in these articles. I'm a mother, and I've worked so hard to be a mother. No, you're not. You're screwing your kid's life up. I am the father of a transgender son. Yes, is it a girl or a boy? What is it? We live in Beaumont, and our top priority is the safety and well-being of our son. Is there any way that this could go any way good for their kids who don't have any ability to make any decisions for themselves? Now, the kid's 5, and mom's putting up a fight so that the kid can use a different gender bathroom. Do you think if it was up to the kid, do you think he would say that? Do you think he'd want to do that? Or do you think if your kid wanted to pick up some cigarettes and start smoking at 5 years old, do you think the mom would support that too because that's his choice? I'm betting that every time the kid wants a cookie, he's not getting a cookie. But he's going to be using that girl's bathroom. Ho, ho, ho. Hell or high water, according to mom. And all you see is I'm upset that I have to speak to protect my child. How many times they say protect my child in here? And that's all that they go on about. There are some other stuff in here, and I could talk a little bit more on it, but I think my point has been pretty well made. These people are nutcases, sodomites. There's no such thing as transgender. It doesn't exist. You're a sodomite or you're straight. That's the way it is. Sodomite or you're normal. And now, you can choose what you want to do. If you're a gay dude out there, whatever, lesbian, whatever, doesn't mean you're going to hell. It means you should sort of think about that lifestyle and why you want to lead it so much. And maybe get on the way that things are supposed to be. And I guarantee you, if you're living in that lifestyle, you will have a much healthier life, not only physically, but your spiritual life with God will grow as well. Period. With that, I'm going to be out of here.